together a thrifted book advent calendar for my book-loving buddy RC. And then RC surprised me with a thrifted book advent calendar.
Is that a thrifted advent calendar?
Yep.
Oh my god!
We both enjoyed the process of finding, creating, and then opening our advent calendars that much that we have decided to do it again this year. 1! Okay, here we go guys. What's it gonna be? Ooh, lovely cup. Oh, get out of here. Oh my gosh. Oh, God, I'm gonna cry. Hang on, I have to turn the camera off. And I just opened this and it's from Manangatang Library Rach. Oh, that's just like made my day, my week, my month, my year. That's just and you know what it means to me too, RC, especially what I told you when you guys were here. It is one of the most cost-effective, sustainable gift for someone who loves books. Not only are you providing your book-loving friend with a pile of books to read for the new year, but you are also donating to charity unless they are purchased elsewhere like Facebook Marketplace or a car boot sale or garage sale. You are saving books from landfill, so recycling, which helps the environment in a small but helpful way. It doesn't cut deep into your bank account, and you are making someone smile for 24 days of December. Welcome back to Books, Dresses and Teacups. I assume you are a book lover too, having clicked on this video. If you are, I hope my channel inspires you to want to snuggle down with a hot cup of coziness and read a book. So if you haven't already, pour yourself a hot drink and let's take a look at the books I found for RC's 2023 Thrifted Book Advent Calendar. So I have put the books in piles of categories this year, and the first pile is I don't really know what to call this, YA fiction books, I guess. I've read none of these, so I don't know if any of them are any good, but here we go. The first one is for day number 1. Me, Earl and the Dying Girl by Jessie Andrews. I'm just going to say now, I'm not very good at pronunciation, especially when it comes to names, specifically last names. So this one I picked up in a Ballarat op shop. Was originally $20 from Ballarat Books. It is in really good condition, if not brand new, I'd say. Doesn't look like it's been read. I know it is a movie, I've heard of it, so that's why I thought she might like this one. So I had a look on her Goodreads lists and I couldn't find it on there, so let's hope this is one she might like to read. This year I have again decided to go with the Christmas tree wrapping paper because, well, books come from trees. Unfortunately I didn't find this one in the op shop though. Last year I did, but not this year. But not to worry, the tags are thrifted as they are the ones RC used for my advent calendar in 2022. For day 2 I found this one. This one is quite unusual actually, it's unique. It's one I haven't really seen or heard of before. It's called Killer Tea by Robert Muchamore, international best-selling author. This one seems very futuristic, maybe a YA science fiction novel. Our lives are about to change in ways we can barely imagine. Harry and Charlie are teenagers who meet at a time when gene editing technology is starting to explode. Now, with a lab in the garage, anyone can beat cancer, enhance their brain to pass exams, or tweak a few genes for a year-round tan and perfect beach body. But in the wrong hands, gene editing is the most deadly weapon in history. Killer T is a synthetic virus, I think that's what you say it, with a 90% mortality rate, and the terrorists who created it want $1 billion before they'll release an antidote. Spanning 10 years and asking profound and terrifying questions, Killer T is an unsentimental love story, a tale of human resilience, and most of all, a novel for our times. That actually sounds really good. It was originally $20, so that's for day number 2.
most recent one I found. I actually had her advent calendar finished, but then when I found this, I was like, I'll just put 2 more books together. This is called Minders by Michelle Jaffe. She can't get out of his mind. So this one's similar to the last one I just read, very futuristic, I think. Question: if the boy you love commits a crime, would you turn him in? Sadie Ames is a Type A teenager from the wealthy suburbs. She's been accepted to the prestigious Mind Corps Fellowship Program, where she'll spend 6 weeks as an observer inside the head of Ford, a troubled boy with a passion for the crumbling architecture of the inner city. What if the crime is murder? Ford Winters is haunted by the murder of his older brother James. As Sadie falls deeper into his world, dazzled by the shimmering pinpricks of colour that form images of his mind, she begins to think she knows him. Then Ford does something unthinkable. What if you saw it happen from inside his mind? There's just one problem: Sadie's fallen in love with him. Back in her own body, Sadie is faced with the ultimate dilemma. With Ford's life in her hands, she must decide whether to trust her mind or her heart. That sounds also very good. Oh my goodness, RC's in for a wild ride next year with these novels. And that one was, I think that was about $1. No, actually, yeah, no, it was $1. It was $1 because I got it from a country town up shop. Day number 4. Never World Wake. Who would you choose? Marcia? Sorry, I'm not going to even attempt it because I don't want to disrespect anyone by saying their names wrong. 5 friends, only one can survive the Neverworld Wake. Who would you choose? B hasn't spoken to her best friend since her boyfriend's mysterious death. Now, a year later, she needs to face them. They're beautiful, rich, and deadly. She is certain one of them holds the truth about what really happened to Jim. A whirlwind night leads to a narrowly missed car collision, and a sinister man knocking at the door as a storm rages outside to deliver a world-shattering message. As secrets unravel and time backbends, the 5 friends must make a shocking choice. Trust no one, fear everything. How would you vote? Who will survive the Neverworld Wake? I don't know if you can hear, but it's really annoying me. Every time I talk, my ear is clicking. Or it might be my jaw. I don't know, but I hope you can't hear it. And this was a whopping $2. Now for day number 5 and the last one of this category. Jenny Downham, or Downham, Before I Die. So I picked this one up because I've actually seen the movie to this with Dakota Fanning, I think. By what I read on the blurb, it sounds very much like that movie I watched. Yes, so this was $2. It's really going to happen, they said it would, but this is quicker than anyone. Hang on, gotta remove that because I can't see. Anyone thought. Everyone has to die, we all know it. With only a few months of life left, 16-year-old Tessa knows it better than most. She's made a list though, 10 things she wants to do before she dies. Number 1 is sex, starting tonight. But getting what you want isn't easy, and getting what you want doesn't always give you what you need. And sometimes the most unexpected things become important. I remember this being a really good movie, so hopefully it's a good read, which usually good movies are from brilliant books. So that's day number 5. The next category of books are the books that I have read and really enjoyed and thought maybe Rach might enjoy them too. RC, sorry. She's not going to be RC soon. Oh my goodness. I'm going to be calling her RR. So for day 6, I found these 2 books. I know these books are for teenagers. I did read Carolyn Macklow's books when I was a teenager and I had these on my shelf. Not these ones, but my copies. For ages. And I finally read them and I really enjoyed them. I really enjoyed both characters, all the characters in both these books. So this one's called Vegan, Virgin, Valentine. Can a Girl Be Too Perfect? And this one is about Mara Valentine is in control. She's a straight A student and strict vegan. She's heading to a top university in the fall, and she even has her remaining months in Brockport all planned out. But Mara's plan does not involve having V, her slutty, weed-smoking 16-year-old niece, yes, niece, come to live with the family. Nor does it involve lusting after her boss or dreaming about grilled cheese sandwiches every night. Before Mara knows it, things are spinning wildly out of control. And then the earth, my butt, and other big round things. Ever had a phone call that changes everything? Virginia thinks the world of everyone but herself. With a larger than average body and a medium-sized inferiority complex, Virginia Shreves lives on the internet, eats junk food and obeys the fat girl code of conduct. Without Virginia, the Shreves are a picture-perfect family, until a phone call changes everything. So that's day number 6. For day number 7, I found The Kite Runner by Khalid Hosseini. I read this quite a while ago now, but I really thoroughly enjoyed this. This is the type of book, like Memoirs of a Geisha, that just left a mark on my heart. Like, I often think of this book like I do with Memoirs of a Geisha. I have read 3 of his books now, and all 3 of them I've really enjoyed, but this one's probably my favourite. I recommend this story. It's absolutely beautiful. It's devastating as well, like that word there says. Unforgettable, definitely. And heartbreaking, of course it is. Absolutely heartbreaking, but it's just... I'll read the blurb so you know what it's about. Afghanistan, 1975. 12-year-old Amir is desperate to win the local kite fighting tournament, and his loyal friend Hassan promises to help him. But neither of the boys can foresee what will happen to Hassan that afternoon, an event that is to shatter their lives. After the Russians invade and the family is forced to flee to America, Amir realizes that one day he must return to Afghanistan under Taliban rule to find the one thing that his new world cannot grant him: redemption. So that's day number 7. Day number 8. This is another one that left a mark on my heart, and I often think about it. I read it quite a while ago now. Actually, I read this, The Kite Runner, and Memoirs of a Geisha all within the same month. And all 3, Anyway, so this one is a true story. Mal, I don't know, I've forgotten how to pronounce it. Mo's? Is it Mo's Last Answer by Lin Xinxing? Before you fly, you have to be free. What a great quote that is. This is my story. Here is my recollection of those years growing up in Mo's China. It is my journey from my earliest memories through discovering dance to my life in the West. History may record things differently, others may too, but the stories here remain as true to me now as they ever were. It is a remembrance that contains the treasures from my heart. That's one beautiful story, let me tell you. So that's day 8. And that one was $3. For day number 9, this book. Okay, so I read this, I think last year, My Steve by Terry Irwin. I adore this book. I gave it 5 stars. I think Terry Irwin is a really great writer. I don't know if she had a ghostwriter or not, but if she wrote this by herself, I love the way she has written it. It's just so, just heartwarming and beautiful. And if you don't know who Steve Irwin is, I'm sure you do. Unless you've been living under a rock or you're not old enough to know who he is. Maybe you might know his children, Bob and Bindi Irwin. Anyway, surely if you know them too, you'll know who Steve Irwin is. He was just the most amazing wildlife, most famous crocodile hunter. He's just the most amazing man, and when you read this book, you realise even more how beautiful he was. He's such a beautiful soul, and Terry Irwin, I honestly would read anything she writes. If it's just the day-to-day diaries of her life at the zoo, honestly, really enjoyed this. I'd never ever believed in love at first sight, but I had the strangest, most overwhelming feeling that it was destiny that took me into that little wildlife park that day. You still can't believe that he's not here anymore. He was such a big spirit, national treasure. Good on you, Steve. number 10, I found these. Now, I know this is the category of books that I have read, and I have read this one, but I haven't read this one. I have it on my shelf, but I haven't read it. But if it's anything as great as this, then I'm sure it'll be really good. The 5 People You Meet in Heaven by Mitch Albom, author of the international bestseller Tuesdays with Maury, which is here. These were 50 cents each. I read this book a really long time ago, and I remember just absolutely loving it. The concept is absolutely beautiful. There is a movie to it as well, so when I saw it in the op shop I was like, yes, I'm definitely going to get that for RC. And then I found that one a few weeks later, so I was like, I'll put them two together. Total of $1 there. 2 really brilliant good stories. Probably, I don't know, because I haven't read the other one. Day number 11 is The Language of Flowers by Vanessa Diffenbaugh. I don't know. Anyone can grow into something beautiful. Now, you might recognise this from last year's if you watched it, me opening my Thrifty Advent Calendar, because this is one of the books that RC got for me. I had this already in a thrifted pile of books, and I didn't realise when I actually opened it, I'm like, oh, I recognise that title, The Language of Flowers. Anyway, I looked on my bookshelf and thought it was just this one, The Language of Flowers, which is just all bits of information about flowers and their meanings, symbols and meanings of flowers. So I thought that's why I recognised that title, until I went through my thrifted pile of books and found this. I had already bought it for myself. So I thought, oh, I'll give it to RC, that's okay. And I finished reading this recently, and it's quite a unique story actually. So that's day number 11. And the final book for this category is the one and only Anne Frank, The Diary of a Young Girl. I read this one many years ago, back in, I reckon, 2014 or something like that. And I don't think RC's read it, because I've checked her Goodreads list, and it's definitely, if you are a reader, it is definitely, I know it's one of the classics, but I do believe it is a book that we should all read. So we're halfway there at day 12. Category of books is the books that I have on my shelf that I have not read yet, and I thought maybe RC and I could buddy read. And the first one is, for day 13, The Light Between Oceans, which is a movie now, which is why I picked it up in the first place when I first bought it for myself. This is a brand new copy, or maybe not actually, well in good condition copy, like new. I'm not sure how much I paid for this one. I think it was probably, when they don't have stickers on them, I'd say they're about either $1 or 50 cents, because shops without stickers, where they individually price their books in these thrifted shops, they usually have a sign that says all books 50 cents or $1. Usually it's 50 cents for paperback and $1 for hardback, so I'm just going to go 50 cents. They break the rules and follow their hearts. What happens next will break yours. 1926, Tom Shearborn is a young lighthouse keeper on a remote island off Western Australia, the only inhabitants of Janus Rock. He and his wife, Isabel, live a quiet life cocooned from the rest of the world. Then one April morning, a boat washes ashore carrying a dead man and a crying infant, and the path of the couple's lives hits an unthinkable crossroads. Only years later do they discover the devastating consequences of the decision they made that day, as the baby's real story unfolds. Ooh, that sounds really good. Day 14 is Who's That Girl by Alexandra Potter. I've had this one on my shelf, not this one, but my copy, for ages. Imagine if you could meet your younger self. This one costs $4. It's in good condition, better condition than the one I found for myself. If only you knew then what you know now. Imagine if you could go back 10 years and meet your younger self. Would you recognise her? What advice would you give? Wear sunscreen? Back away from those PVC trousers? Don't give that idiot your phone number? Lemon juice won't bleach your hair, it just attracts wasps? He's the one. Don't let him get away. For Charlotte Merriweather, there's no need to imagine. She's about to find out for real, with some surprising consequences. Ooh, another one that sounds really good. Oh my gosh, I hope next year's a year of reading for me. I just want to read my life away. Day 15. All Our Shimmering Skies by Trent Dalton, best-selling author of Boy Swallows Universe, which I have on my shelf but I haven't read. What is this book actually about? I don't even know. I just got it because, oh, it cost $3. I got it because it's Trent Dalton and it's one of his newer books. Darwin, 1942. Oh, already a good start. As Japanese bombs rain down, motherless Molly Hook, the gravedigger's daughter, is looking to the skies and running for her life. Inside a duffel bag she carries a stone heart, alongside a map to lead her to Longcoat Bob, the deep country sorcerer who she believes put a curse on her family. By her side are the most unlikely travelling companions, Greta, a razor-tongued actress, and Yukio, a fallen Japanese fighter pilot. The treasure lies before them, but close behind them trails the dark, and above them always are the shimmering skies. Ooh, okay, that's where the title comes in. A story about gifts that fall from the sky, curses we dig from the earth, and the secrets we bury inside ourselves. All Our Shimmering Skies is an odyssey of true love and grave danger, of darkness and light, of bones and blue skies. It is a love letter to Australia and an ode to the art of looking up. Ode? I don't know what that means. A buoyant, beautiful and magical novel, abrim with warmth, wit and wonder. That's actually a really beautiful synopsis. And the last book for this category is Angie Kent, If You Don't Laugh, You Will Cry. Life and Love from Either Side of the TV Screen. This came out a while ago when she was on The Bachelorette, sorry. And when I saw it in Big W, Kmart on the shelf, I was like, I really want to read that. Just never got around to buying it. And then I found 2 copies in the same op shop for 50 cents each, I think. Yeah, 50 cents each. Oh, I was so wrapped. I was like, one for me, one for RC. Awesome. So Angie Kent used to be on a TV show in Australia called Gogglebox, and then she went on to be The Bachelorette, and she was actually really good on there. It was really good. So yeah, this is her life story, I guess, about dealing with anxiety and all that. So yeah. The next category of books is called More of the Same Authors that I know that RC has on her shelf. Starting with Day 17, 3 Willows, A New Sisterhood Grows. #1 New York Times bestselling author of The Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants by Anne Brachers. I know that RC has read these books, The Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants, and very recently too. Last time she was here, I'm sure we watched the movies. Can't remember now. Anyway, so this is another one of those books, and it's in pretty good condition. Has anybody read The Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants? It's a really good good book and a good movie. Starring Blake Lively. Summer is a time to grow seeds. Polly has an idea that she can't stop thinking about, one that involves changing a few things about herself. She's setting her sights on a more glamorous life, but it's going to take all of her focus. At least, that way, she won't have to watch her friends moving so far ahead. Roots. Jo is spending the summer at her family's beach house, working as a busgirl and bonding with the older, cooler girls she'll see at high school come September. She didn't count on a brief fling with a cute boy, changing her entire summer, or feeling embarrassed by her middle school friends, and she didn't count on her family at all. Leaves. Emma is not an outdoorsy girl. She wanted to be at an academic camp, doing research in an air-conditioned library, earning A's. Instead, her summer scholarship lands her on a wilderness trip full of flirting teenagers, blisters, impossible hiking trails, and a sad lack of hair products. It is a new summer and a new sisterhood. Come grow with them. That sounds really good, actually. That was $3, so that's for day 17. Day 18 is 2 books again. For the last Thrifted Book Advent Calendar, I got the Vampire Academy, the first book by Rochelle Mead, because when I was younger, I loved that series. My friend loved that series, my mum loved that series, and RC had never read it, so I thought I'll give it to her so she can give it a go. So I found the second one. I don't know if she actually read the first one yet, but I got the second one as well. And this one is the spin-off series from Vampire Academy, and that's one of the books in that series. I don't know which one it is. Oh, the 4th one. This was $5, but I've had this one for a really long time because I thought that I didn't have it and I rebought it, and it's just been in my cupboard for years, so I thought I'll give it to Rach. And this one was 50 cents. Frostbite, the second one to the Vampire Academy, and this one's for that spin-off series. Unless RC buys them for herself, I'll have to keep an eye out for the others for the series to finish them off. So that's day 18. Okay, Paulina Simons. I talk about her all the time because of the Bronze Horseman. RC has also read the Bronze Horseman, of course, because anyone I know that loves reading, I always recommend that book. I think she enjoyed it. I'm pretty sure she gave it 5 stars on Goodreads. So when I found Paulina Simons, The Tiger Catcher, which is one of her most recent novels, with a beautiful cover, might I add, I thought I'll get that for her, and that was $3, so that's for day 19. For day 20, I also have another Paulina Simons book, Lone Star. I have this one on my shelf as well. Of course, I have that one as well. I have nearly all of Paulina Simons' books. I haven't read all of them yet, though. I've only read Bronze Horseman and one other one. But this one sounds really, really good. I remember getting it from my friend Jade years ago for her birthday. And ever since then, I've wanted to read it, but just never got around to it. Falling in love was the easy part. Chloe is weeks away from college when she embarks on a grand European adventure with her boyfriend and 2 best friends. The destination is Barcelona, with its promise of romance and mystery, but first they must detour through the historic cities of Eastern Europe to settle an old family debt. As they traverse, don't know if that's right, the unfamiliar landscape of the post-communist world, Chloe meets a boy on a train who is going off to war. Johnny carries a guitar, an easy smile, and a lifetime of secrets. The trip becomes a treacherous journey into Europe's and Johnny's darkest past, a journey that threatens to shatter the bond holding together 4 lifelong friends. That sounds good. The big one, the size of that, that was $4. And the final category is books with covers that are pretty. Getting closer to Christmas Day now. For day 21, I found Stay Another Day by Juno Dawson. 4 Sleeps Till Christmas, 3 siblings, 1 big secret. 4 Sleeps Till Christmas, day 21. I thought I was clever doing that. Well, I hope I'm right. Hopefully I calculated it right. 21, 22, 23, 24. Wake up, it's Christmas Day. So yeah, 4 sleeps. This one costs $2. The McAllister house on Arboretum Road has seen 120 Christmases since its completion. This year, Fern is bringing her gorgeous boyfriend home and she wants everything to be perfect. But her twin brother, Rowan, would rather go on the pool than pull crackers with the family. And their younger sister, Willow, is terrified of Christmas Day. With only 4 sleeps till Christmas, 3 secretive siblings, 2 hot house guests, and 1 juicy secret, this Christmas there will be some big surprises under the tree. Day 22 is this one. Serafina, if I've said that right, Serafina, and The Black Cloak by Robert Beatty. This one was $2, but originally $17 from Book City, Ballarat. Obviously I got this from Ballarat too. Never go into the forest, for there are many dangers there, and they will ensnare your soul. For as long as Safina can remember, she and her pa have lived secretly hidden in the basement of a grand old house surrounded by eerie dark forest. Serafina knows that she must never let herself be seen, but when children from the house start disappearing, only she can solve the mystery, one that leads her into the very forest she has always been taught to fear. A long-forgotten legacy of a very old magic awaits her. Day 23. The Lost Summers of Driftwood. A cracking read. Let's read the blurb. This one was $4. Alone and adrift after a failed marriage proposal, Phoebe flees Sydney to her family's abandoned holiday cottage. On the slow-moving river, she is confronted with the legacy of her older sister's suicide a year before. Why did Karen leave a note written in flowers and walk into the water? Phoebe's childhood love, Jez, has moved back to the beautiful old house, Driftwood, one jetty down. He's married now, and his home has become a refuge for an unlikely little community. As the river begins to give up its secrets, Phoebe finds herself caught up in old feelings and new mysteries. Ooh, another one that sounds good. Day 24, Christmas Eve. Cape May by Chip Cheek. This one was $3. Like I say, I like the covers of all these ones. And it looks like looks like it might be brand new, this book, never read. Henry and Effie, young newlyweds from Georgia, arrive in Cape May, New Jersey for their honeymoon. It's the end of the season and the town is deserted. As they tentatively discover each other, they begin to realise that everyday married life might be disappointingly different from their happily ever after fantasy. Just as they get ready to cut the trip short, a descendant and glamorous set suddenly sweep them up into their drama-beautiful socialite Clara, her lover Max and Alma, Max's mysterious half-sister. As the empty beach town becomes their playground, Henry and Effie slip from innocence into betrayal with irrevocable consequences that reverberate through the rest of their lives. And that was $3. Don't know about that one actually. See, we should never judge a book by its cover though. But I will leave that for RC to decide. And for Christmas Day, Day 25, I found The Gift by Cecilia Ahern. And it's a hardback. Such a beautiful shiny cover. Look at that. Oh, it's perfect for Christmas Day. I think this one was $1 because it has no sticker on, and hardbacks in those country town up shops are always $1. I have read this one. I read this a few Christmases ago and really enjoyed it. It's very good. If you could wish for one gift this Christmas, what would it be? I actually might put up a video to my little book review on this at Christmas time. So stay tuned for that because this is a very good book. Cecilia Ahern, her writing is so magical, and I think she has a quote that says that, making the everyday magical. And just to finish off the Thrifty Book Advent Calendar, I found this bookmark for 50 cents. RC found a lovely picnic basket to put my books in last year, I wanted to do the same for her this year. So I found, well, my mum did, this really nice basket on Mum and I's op shop tour for $10. And that, book lovers, is the 2023 Thrifted Book Advent Calendar from my book buddy RC. Were there any books in it that you have read, or any that you have now added to your to-be-read list? Once again, I had so much fun putting this together. It is a wonderful gift idea for all book lovers, as you can adapt it to their specific bookish tastes. Romance novels for those who enjoy a cozy romantic setting, a Stephen King a day to keep the boredom away, biographies for those who enjoy reading about the lives of others, 24 science fiction novels or 24 YA novels. You could even do this for children with picture books or children's novels. It all depends on who you decide to do this for. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed your time here. If you did, it would be very much appreciated if you left a like. And if you have decided to use this channel as a new place to hang out by hitting that subscribe button, stay tuned, because I will hopefully, all depending on my time management, be posting a little video a day in December of the books I open from my Thrifted Book Advent Calendar. And if you are already a Books, Dresses and Teacups subscriber, thank you so much for being here and for watching another video. I hope you all have a Merry December, and if you celebrate Christmas, I hope you have a joyful time. Till next time.
Oh, Jesus, carry your own books. Wow.
Lots of heavy reading in that book.
I know, lots of reading.
Good enough, Rachel.
Can you just reenact that? Reenact that, Mum. Say that again.
Was the container up shopped as well, Rachel?
I tried, but I had to cheat and get it from Kmart. Now.
That's not good enough, Rachel.
I nearly would have had to if we didn't have that last op shop trip.
Because if I went to the op shop, then I'd buy more books.
Yeah, that's true. Have fun, little babies.
Goodbye.
Oh shit! I slammed.
I don't know, it's broken.